What if the food you buy every week was something you could grow yourself? Not someday, not in a perfect garden, but right where you are. Because most of the things we buy over and over again are actually some of the easiest plants to grow. Simple vegetables, fresh herbs, everyday ingredients that don't need much space or much effort. And once you realize this, something changes. Because now, you're not just consuming food, you're producing it. Right from your own space. No packaging, no trips to the store, just fresh, real food, whenever you need it. In this video, I'm going to show you 15 edible plants that you can grow at home instead of buying them every week. And once you see how simple it is, you might never look at your grocery list the same way again.
Number 1. Lettuce.
This is one of the most common things people buy over and over again. Every week, another bag, another trip to the store. And yet, it might be one of the easiest things you can grow yourself. You plant it once, and in a short time, you already have fresh leaves. But here's where it gets interesting. You don't need to harvest the whole plant. You cut what you need, and it grows back, again and again. Which means that one small plant can replace multiple grocery trips. Now think about that. How many times have you bought lettuce only to use part of it and throw the rest away? With this, you take exactly what you need. Nothing wasted, nothing lost. Just fresh food whenever you want it. And over time, that adds up. Less money spent, more control, and better quality, right at home. If there's one plant that proves you don't need to rely on the store, it's lettuce.
Number 2. Tomatoes.
This is one of the biggest differences between buying and growing your own. Because most store-bought tomatoes look good, but taste almost like nothing. And yet, you keep paying for them every week, again and again. But when you grow them yourself, everything changes. You plant it once, give it time, and when it starts producing, it doesn't stop. Tomatoes form, ripen, and keep coming, one after another. Now imagine this. Instead of buying a few tomatoes every time you need them, you walk outside and pick them fresh, fully ripe, full of flavor, still warm from the sun. No comparison. And over time, the difference isn't just taste, it's cost. One plant can produce dozens of tomatoes, which means less money spent over and over again, and more value from something you grew yourself. If there's one plant that makes you question grocery prices, it's tomatoes.
Number 3. Green onions.
This one might be the simplest way to stop wasting money, because most people don't even realize they're throwing it away. Every time you buy green onions, you use the top, and the rest, it goes in the trash. But that bottom part, the roots, are still alive, and that means they can grow again. You don't need seeds, you don't need a garden, just a glass of water and a little light. Within days, you'll see new growth, fresh green shoots coming back from something you were about to throw away. And once it starts, you can keep using it. Cut what you need, let it grow again, over and over. Now think about that. Something you used to buy every single week is now growing for free. No extra cost, no extra effort, just a simple shift that turns waste into food. If you want the easiest way to start saving money, this is it.
Number 4. Garlic. This is where things start to feel almost too simple. Because garlic doesn't start from seeds, it starts from a single clove. Just one. You take it, plant it in the soil,
Give it time. And that one clove turns into a full bulb, multiple cloves from something you already had. Now think about that. Every time you buy garlic, you're holding the next crop in your hand. But instead, most of it gets used and forgotten. When you grow it yourself, that changes. You plant a few cloves, and months later, you harvest multiple bulbs, which means more garlic from less money. And once you save some cloves from your harvest, you can plant again and again. A simple cycle that keeps growing. Over time, you're no longer buying garlic, you're producing it from something that started almost for free. If you want a plant that turns small effort into long-term value, garlic is one of the best examples.
Number 5. Spinach.
This is one of those things you buy with good intentions, healthy, fresh, something you plan to use. But most of the time, it doesn't last. A few days, and it starts to wilt, lose its freshness, and eventually it gets thrown away. Which means you're not just wasting food, you're wasting money again and again. But when you grow spinach yourself, everything changes. You don't harvest it all at once. You take what you need when you need it. Fresh leaves, straight from the plant, and the rest, it keeps growing, waiting for the next time. So instead of buying a full bag every single week, you have a living source right outside. No waste, no rush to use it all, just fresh food on demand. And over time, that simple change saves more than you think. If you want something healthy, practical, and efficient, spinach is one of the smartest plants you can grow.
Number 6. Zucchini. This is where things start to feel almost unfair. Because when you buy zucchini, you get 1, maybe 2, and then you go back and buy more, again and again. But when you grow it yourself, the experience is completely different. You plant one seed, just one, and when the plant takes off, it produces more than you expect. Zucchini after zucchini showing up almost faster than you can use them. And suddenly, you're not thinking about buying anymore. You're thinking about what to do with all of it. Sharing with neighbors, cooking more meals, even giving some away. Because there's that much. And that's the shift. From buying small amounts to growing real abundance. Now imagine how much that replaces over time. Purchases, they disappear, replaced by one plant, doing all the work. If you want something that truly changes how you think about food, zucchini is one of the strongest examples. Number 7. Herbs. Basil, mint. These are some of the most expensive things you buy without even realizing it. Small packages, lightweight, but surprisingly costly. And most of the time, you don't even use all of it. A few leaves for one meal, and the rest, it sits until it goes bad, and then you buy it again. But when you grow herbs yourself, everything flips. You don't have a small portion, you have a living plant, and it keeps growing. You take a few leaves, and more come back, again and again. Especially with mint, it spreads faster than you expect, almost like it doesn't want to stop. Now imagine this. Instead of paying for small amounts every week, you have unlimited access right outside your door. Fresh, fragrant, always ready. And over time, that small change saves more than you think, because herbs aren't cheap, but growing them almost is. If you want one of the easiest ways to stop overspending on small things, herbs are the answer. Number 8.
Potatoes. This is one of the most overlooked ways to grow real value. Because when you buy potatoes, you're buying in bulk, bags, pounds, again and again. But what most people don't think about is that every potato can become many more. You take one, cut it into pieces, plant it in the soil, and over time, something happens beneath the surface. New potatoes begin to form, hidden, multiplying, without you even seeing it. And when it's time, you dig it up and realize that one potato turned into many. Now imagine that over time. Instead of buying bags over and over again, you're growing your own supply, more food from less money. And once you save a few from your harvest, you can plant again and repeat the cycle. Simple, reliable, and surprisingly powerful. If you want a plant that turns one purchase into long-term return, potatoes are hard to beat.
Number 9. Peppers.
This is one of those vegetables where the price really adds up, especially the good ones. Bright colors, firm texture, and every time you buy them, you feel it. Because they're not cheap, you take a few for one meal, and that's it. Next time, you're paying again. But when you grow peppers yourself, it's a completely different story. You plant it once, and over time, the plant keeps producing. Flowers appear, turn into fruit, and then more follow. Red, green, yellow, one after another. Not all at once, but continuously. Which means you're not buying a few peppers anymore. You're harvesting them whenever you need, fresh, fully ripened, and ready to use. Now think about the difference. Instead of spending money every time you cook, you step outside and pick what you need. Over time, that saves more than you expect, because peppers are one of those things you keep buying until you don't have to. If you want a plant that pays you back again and again, peppers are a strong choice.
Number 10. Cucumbers.
This is one of those vegetables you don't just buy once. You keep buying it for salads, for snacks, for everyday meals. And somehow, it's always gone faster than you expect. So you go back and buy more, again and again. But when you grow cucumbers yourself, something interesting happens. The plant doesn't just grow, it climbs up a trellis, reaching for the light. And as it grows, it produces cucumbers forming along the vine, hanging, ready to harvest. And it doesn't stop at one or two, it keeps going. New flowers, new fruit, over and over. Now imagine this. Instead of buying cucumbers every few days, you step outside and pick them fresh, cool, crisp, straight from the vine. And because it keeps producing, you always have more coming. Less spending, less effort, more food from one plant. If you want something that grows upward and gives you more than you expect, cucumbers are a perfect choice.
Number 11. Kale. This is one of those foods that became popular almost overnight. Healthy, nutrient-rich, everywhere. But with that popularity came a price. Small portions, higher cost, and once again, you keep buying it. For smoothies, for salads, for that healthy feeling. But when you grow kale yourself, the entire experience changes. Because kale doesn't just grow, it keeps giving. You don't need to harvest the whole plant. You take a few leaves, and more grow back, stronger, bigger, ready for the next time. So instead of buying small amounts over and over, you have a continuous source right outside. Fresh, reliable, always there. Now think about that. A plant that keeps producing, replacing something you used to pay for every week. And over time, that adds up.
Less money spent, more food available, and better quality at the same time. If you want a true example of long-term value, kale is hard to ignore.
Number 12. Carrots. This is one of those vegetables that feels cheap. You buy a bag, and it doesn't seem like much. A few dollars, nothing significant. But here's the part most people miss. You don't buy carrots once. You keep buying them, week after week, month after month, and over time, that small cost adds up, more than you expect. But when you grow carrots yourself, you start to see it differently. You plant a small area, and beneath the soil, something is happening, quietly, consistently. Carrots are forming, many of them, per month, and over time, that small cost adds up, more than you expect. But when you grow and when you bring it into your kitchen, it adds something more, not just flavor, but texture, crisp, clean, and incredibly satisfying. This is the kind of food that makes a simple dish feel elevated, more refined, more intentional. If you want something fast, visually impressive, and genuinely enjoyable to eat, sunflower microgreens are one of the best. Number 13. Bush beans. This is where things start to feel more complete, because now you're not just harvesting leaves, you're harvesting actual food, beans that grow right in front of you. You plant them, and in a relatively short time, the plant begins to change. Small flowers appear. Then slowly, those flowers turn into pods, real, visible, edible results. And that's what makes it so satisfying. You don't have to imagine the outcome. You can see it growing day by day. And when the pods are ready, you pick them, fresh, crisp, straight from the plant. No processing, no waiting, just real food in your hands. And the more you harvest, the more the plant keeps producing, which means you're not just getting one result, you're getting a steady supply. Now think about the difference. From a small seed to something you can actually cook. That transition happens faster than most people expect. If you want something that feels more tangible, more real, bush beans are one of the best plants to grow. Number 14. Zucchini. This is where things start to feel almost surprising. Because zucchini doesn't just grow fast, it produces a lot. More than most people expect. You plant it, give it space, a bit of sunlight, and in a relatively short time, the plant takes off. Large leaves, wide growth. And then, the flowers appear, bright, open, and full of promise. Not long after, those flowers turn into fruit, and once it starts, it doesn't slow down. One zucchini, then another, and another. Before you realize it, you're harvesting more than you planned for. And that's part of the experience. It's not just about growing food, it's about abundance, seeing a plant give you more than you expected. Now imagine this. You walk outside, and there's another one ready, fresh, full-sized, waiting to be picked. No guessing, no effort, just consistent results. If you want something fast, productive, and a little surprising. Number 15. Beans. This is where everything comes together, because beans don't just grow. They climb upwards, using space efficiently, turning a small area into something productive. And once they start producing, they don't stop. Pods begin to form, hanging along the vine, one after another. And just when you think it's slowing down, more appear. That's the nature of this plant. Continuous, reliable, productive.
Now imagine this. Instead of buying beans every week in small amounts, you walk outside and harvest them fresh, as many as you need, whenever you need them. And because they keep coming, you're not thinking about cost anymore. You're thinking about abundance. More food from one simple plant. Over time, that changes everything. Less spending, more independence, and a garden that works for you. If you want to end with something that truly represents value, beans are the perfect example.
So now you've seen it. 15 plants that you can grow yourself instead of buying them over and over again. And once you realize this, something shifts. Because saving money is no longer about cutting things out. It's about replacing them. Replacing cost with growth. Replacing trips to the store with something you already have. And it doesn't require a lot. You don't need a big space. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to start. Pick one plant, just one, and see what happens. Because once you grow your own food, even a little, you start to see things differently. And if you want more ideas like this, more simple ways to save money and grow your own food, make sure to subscribe and stay with us. There's a lot more coming next.